Alright folks, welcome back to the Driveway Engineer. I'm JR, that's Daryl. You guys know the 4Runner, you're probably sick of it. Here's a Dodge, looking dodgily. For those of you not aware, Daryl is my 79 C10. It has a 6-liter LQ4 with 862 heads from a 5.3. Long tube headers, an Elgin 1840p cam, nothing else, tuned with HP tuners, stock harness, nothing fancy. Speed engineering headers, 4L80, 3400 RPM converter from Tampa Performance, Ryan Jans, Ford 9 3/4 inch rear end from like a 2000 Expedition or something, 373 gears, track lock. Currently on US Steel 17-inch rat rods that I had powder coated dark red. I have center caps, different center caps for it, but I haven't bothered to do the work to adapt them on there yet. I got to drill and tap or something, change the other style. I have some 9C1 caps and some dog dishes. So as summertime comes along, we're going to get back to the LS stuff, back to this truck. And cover over. I mean, I guess I get, like, when people complain about sloppy mechanics and how they're fancy mechanic, I get why things change. Like Dwight Yoakam said, baby, things change. It's boring to do the same old content over and over and over again for me. I've got, you know, 180 videos or something like that up on YouTube, and they're how to wire an LS swap, how to tune an LS swap, how to tune an LS swap for free. Like, if you want to replicate this, the information's here on my channel. And I don't see the purpose in just continuing to regurgitate it. But as summer comes, I'm going to get back into this truck. I'm going to do, I mean, just boring stuff that you guys probably aren't that into. But this seat's out of an Avalanche. You see it sitting on a square tube frame that I made. I don't like it. I'm going to take it out. The stock bench seat's over there on the other side of my trailer in front of my Ram. So I'm going to throw a seat cover on that, throw some foam in it, throw it back in here. I have the flooring, I have vinyl flooring for this and some sound deadening. You see that the fuse box laying there on the floor. I got to get that picked up and put in. The dash, I'm going to finish mondoing it and probably flock it. These are not the original doors. These aren't the real doors. A lot of people ask me, when are you going to paint the truck? When are you going to paint the truck? And the funny thing is that the truck's actually painted. It's just those doors that throw everybody. I bought these doors for 50 bucks from a guy named Ryan. We became friends. He's got a cool truck. You can actually see it on the channel. But I bought these doors for 50 bucks to get the vent window assemblies. They're in good shape, except the pegs broken off of each one. So I'm going to replace the frames, and I'm going to put them into my good doors, which are in storage. They're rust free, they're gray, they match the truck. If you're in central southeast, if you're in Michigan and you're a body guy and you would like to help me out, the one door has some Bondo on it from a dent, and I suck at sanding it, so I'd really like that fixed before I put it back on. But later on in the summer, it's my intention to put the good doors back on, line them up better. Really, my intention for most of this year on this truck is to get the interior comfortable, get the cruise control hooked up, get the dash complete. Joe Clifflow at Joe's Custom Audio, he's going to do a radio for me. My dash is not cut. I want a stock Delco. When I find one, I'm going to send it off to him. He's going to put new guts in it. I don't care about the custom auto sound or whatever they are with the fake digital. I don't like that. I want the stock radio with just new stuff. I do need a fender on this side. This fender's junk. Most of the updates for Daryl for this year are going to be kind of boring and tame. I'd like to get a set of 275/60 tires for it so that it stays looking like a truck. These are 245s and they're a little stretched on the 17x9s, but they serve the purpose for what I'm about to do with them, which is just fucking turn them into smoke. They'll do pretty good. So yeah, let's go for a ride. This thing runs good. And everybody asks about the turbo, when am I going to put the turbo on it? And you know, I have the turbo. This is always fun. Bear with me here. Classic truck problems. I need to fix that, obviously. But yeah, everybody asking about the turbo. When's the turbo going on? Oh, whoever had this truck before me like bondoed dents and stuff for no real reason, but they bondoed over to the side marker lights. So that's another reason. It's easier to just replace the fender probably than to deal with that. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm in Detroit often. NPD's down there. They have fenders for like $100. So it's my intention to grab a fender every few weeks when I'm down there and avoid the shipping cost. And eventually we'll get them on the truck. So yeah, people ask me about the turbo. Will Barnes kindly sent me this turbo manifold. I'd love to put it on. It's just I have a lot of other stuff going on. But we can go for a ride real quick and I'll show you guys why I just kind of don't care. It just doesn't take priority. This truck runs good. It's probably at the low end 350 horsepower, at the high end 380. I don't know, at the tires. I smoked that stupid Challenger though. But yeah, I mean, the thing is that the truck just runs good. So why F with it? And it runs on 87 octane. I saw somebody in the Facebook group saying that they put 862s on their LQ4 and it melted a piston, and that's 100% their tune was set to Fukushima when it should have been set to like Antarctica. But yeah, I think this has like 20 degrees of timing in it total peak. Not a lot. It runs on 87 octane though. I drive it to work when it's nicer. It's a little cold right now because I don't have climate control at all. Not only that, these trucks have the dash pulls underneath where you can pull and get fresh air dumped on your feet. And I don't have mine in because I haven't sound dented it or anything. So like right now I'm getting a bunch of air and I'm only going 30 miles an hour. That is accurate, by the way. This is a cluster out of a 91 K5. So it works, it's accurate. My gauges work. My oil pressure gauge doesn't work. The gauge itself is faulty. I've troubleshot that. Figured out that that's indeed what's happening. Is the oil pressure gauge is faulty. So what I'm going to do is ride over to the car wash and try to get some of the schmutz off this thing from sitting in storage and sitting up there in the corner for so long. Also, I need to clean up that bell. There's a bell housing in the bed that's for my Toyota. So I need to clean that up so I can mount it to the back of the engine and see exactly what it's going to take to do that. But yeah, the thing sits in traffic. It idles fine. It doesn't overheat. It's got one single fan off of Mercury Villager on it. It's not very complex. It's a pretty simple truck and it works, and I drive it and enjoy it. I don't know why I would mess with it. So, and kind of that was the purpose of this build, is there's so many people in the world who have never had, I mean, maybe they've had like a newer Silverado or something with a lot of rated power, but it was tuned and it had traction control from the factory, you know, stuff like that. So they're not really, they don't really know what this amount of power at the tires is like, really, you know, without anything to save you. This truck is quick and it's a little brutal and it's definitely not boring to drive. So I don't have my rear view mirrors turned up and I can't roll my windows down to see that there's a cop behind me. So I gotta kind of be cool. But I'm gonna cut you guys off. I'll bring you back when I get to the car wash. It's just a couple blocks away. So here's Daryl after a quick wash. Like I said, was mainly to get that bell housing cleaned up, but he's presentable enough for my little town. I forgot to mention earlier, hopefully you guys have paid attention this long, what we'll be doing here shortly, my brother and I. My brother had a 99 Silverado that he wound up parting out, and he has the engine, so we're gonna do another Joule, and I'm gonna cheat and use his engine. I'm gonna go pull a harness from the junkyard for it, and we'll wire it and tune it with PCM Hammer and Tuner Pro, and you guys will have the opportunity to see all that on the channel. So that is coming up for the DIY stuff. But for now, as it is, Daryl is a lovely little runner and we really enjoy it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I hope you're looking forward to the stuff that's coming up, and we'll see you next time on the Driveway Engineer. Thanks, guys.